Hey guys, I'm going to do number 12 for you. It is the same sheet of paper as last night's homework, or as the weekend's homework, but now you're doing the evens instead of the odds. So if I want to use the completing the square method on this problem, I'm going to have to set it equal to 0. Remember, that's the first step. So it's going to end up being x squared plus 13x minus 30. And notice that I moved the 13x term to the middle because that's going to represent the b term. The next thing you got to do is make sure that you move the c term to the other side. All right, and then we have to choose the number that we're going to add to both sides. So we're going to add b over 2 squared to both sides. So we have to take 13, we have to divide it by 2, and that's 6.5, and then square it, which equals 42.25. And even though that looks really, really bad, it's not, because we know that we've just created a perfect square over here. And over here now we have 72.25. Remember the trick that we figured out in class. This number is very easy to determine. All we're going to do is just take b over 2. And that's always going to be the number that we add or subtract to our x term when we're completing the square. So now we have to take the square root of both sides, and I'll have x plus 6.5 equals the square root of 72.25. Don't forget that when you take that square root, you have to account for the fact that it could be positive or it could be negative. And then you'll have x equals negative 6.5 plus or minus the square root of 72.25. So when you write your final answer, be sure to separate them. So we have the plus, and we have the minus scenario. So those are your two cases right there. All right? Pretty simple. Make sure that you do use the completing the square method on the ones that I indicated, and on the rest of it, use whatever method you have to, but you're doing just the evens. Good luck, guys. See you tomorrow.